Hello everyone, welcome back to HBA. This is week number 4 versus Dice. This is cross-conference play. There's a couple weeks in a row here where we'll be playing cross-conference opponents. Dice is the first. I just battled. I normally do live comm, but my mic wasn't plugged in all the way, my dogs were going crazy, so I decided to go post-comm as a train comes. Are you serious? Okay, it's not being... Okay, there it is. So normally I show their team page, but he's already updated his stats, so have I. So I didn't want to spoil the battle before the battle even happens. So his team is Necrozma, Mega Scizor, Rotom Wash, Hydreigon, Darmanitan, Jolteon, Ribombee, Conch, Gligar, and Tangela, Z-Mons being Darmanitan and Necrozma. Looking at his team, like I said in my original attempt, he has a lot of setup options. Necrozma can be setup, Mega Scizor can be SD, Gligar can be SD, Ribombee can be quiver, Conch can be bulk up. Jolteon, if he decides to bring it, I was expecting a quick feet variant because I don't have an electric type, so he has no reason to be Volt Absorb. So if he ran like quick feet, flame orb to outspeed Mega Arrow and kill it with a Thunderbolt, that could have been a really nice play. But I expected his Necrozma for certain, a defensive Rotom Wash, Mega Scizor for certain, Hydreigon, Ribombee, and Gligar for rocks. And the team I built for it was Scarf Jirachi with Fire Punch, Iron Head, U-turns, and Headbutt. This had a good matchup on paper versus most of that team I just listed. It's faster than his potential Scarfers of Hydreigon and Darmanitan, and it just hit it with a really strong move, if not get a flinch in Tuco. U-turn to switch out on anything that didn't feel right. The next one I had was Claydol. I really wanted rocks in this battle. Rocks are nice. Chipping down to Ribombee, chipping down to Darmanitan, chipping down to Gligar, chipping down a bulky Rotom on every switching because it would be his defensive pivot. Like everything on his team takes 12 to rocks, if not more. Or well, Conch doesn't. Every team on his team besides Conch takes 12 or more to rocks, which is really nice heading into this battle. Rapid Spin, Psychic there to touch Conch, and Ice Beam there to touch Gligar and the Hydreigon. I was Spadef, bulky. Next mon is Mega Arrow, coming for its 4th straight week, with Ice Fang, Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, Crunch. Aerial Ace also has a really good matchup against some of his slower mons, and against doesn't do well against Scizor. It does chip to Rotom, which I'll never leave it in on a Rotom. It can take some hits from Hydreigon with its HP investment. It can take a hit from a Darmanitan, and as long as it's not a Rock Slide. It can beat Conch, it can beat Ribombee, it can beat Gligar, it can beat Tangela, it can beat, you can do some damage to Necrozma if it's not set up. Ice Fang for Hydreigon if it's not Scarf. Stone Edge for Darmanitan if it's not Scarf. So it had a pretty decent matchup. Then I brought Assault Vested, max HP, almost max defense, Incineroar. This mon was my check to Darmanitan, to Scizor. It could have even taken some hits from a Conk if needed. Especially with Intimidate, its defense stat is 90, but with 95 HP, that's pretty bulky. And it was also there with the Assault Vest just in case, say, his Robombi got out of hand. At +2, I think I even live a Quiver or a Bug Buzz or a Moonblast. I decided to bring Special Infernape with Gracium. Gracium is there to kill a Fizdef Rotom Wash. It's didn't have the best matchup, to be honest. Did some damage to the Tangela, didn't do all that much. I just brought it just to have something in the back with priority. It could beat Mega Scizor, it could beat the Rotom, it could do some damage to that Dragon, it could take some hits from unboosted Rapombi, and it could do some damage to Tangela. And the next one I have is Aromatisse, max HP, half defense investment, some special attack investment on there, and some special defense investment. With Moonblast, Hidden Power, Fire, Wish, and Protect. This is my check to Hydreigon. It's also a check to a no Poison Jab Conkeldurr. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So, you can see the team he brought. He sent me the sets after the battle. I sent him mine. He was, Rocky MZ, Calm Mind instead of Dragon Pulse. He was a Choice Scarf Rotom, Weakness Policy Conk, which was kind of scary if he had Poison Jab. A standard Rocks, 3 attacks, Gligar, set up Robombi with Mental Herd for like a taunt user, and the dogs are going crazy again. This is so stupid. Go. Get out of here. And a Chople Berry Hydreigon, which in turn would have obliterated my Infernape. So, battle starts off. I decide to lead Jirachi because it threatened anything slower than it out, and I don't see something that I would be scared of being faster, like a Scarf faster one. So I decided to lead with it. And I go for the U-turn, where I get a crit, which allows me to figure out that he is not a bulky set. Go into my Claydol, expecting the Volt Switch, seeing if he was potentially locked in, and I just get off my rocks and switch out. Here is where it gets real spooky. He quivers. This Iron Head does 99.6 max. If he's Focus Sash, I can put him in range of a Vacuum Wave. I live a Quiver, or a Bug Buzz. I live an HP Fire. But I don't live 2, and he lives my Iron Head and he outspeeds. So it depends on this roll to see if I can put it in range of a Vacuum Wave. If not, I can go into my Incineroar and live a hit, and revenge this. But I still kind of need Jirachi for later on in the battle. So I go for the Iron Head, which is my only play at the moment. He goes for HP Fire. He gets a crit, does 86. A crit for him didn't matter, but this crit did. This crit secured that I still had my Jirachi in the back. I didn't have to take so much damage from Robombi and have a third of my team weakened. But I go into Aromatisse as it walls Conk, threatens it out, and I get a Moonblast special attack drop on his setup Calm Mind Necrozma. And right here, knowing that he can just Calm Mind all over my face, I switch into my Aerodactyl. If he was +1 attack, special attack, that's more than likely a dead Aerodactyl. I can do the calc right now. See if it 100% mattered, but I feel like Aerodactyl might have dropped. Because it was still, it didn't have its boost yet, so it was still, so it was, and just to show you the differences between Arrow, regular Arrow, and Mega Arrow. See the special defense, it's supposed to be 75. So say 75 here and 65 here to a Necrozma, not Swords Dance, but special. He was max, right? Yeah. Timid? Was he? No, he was modest. Max, modest. Photon Geyser at +1 special attack. I die. Neutral, I do. So that special defense drop was very, very crucial in this battle, as I would lose my Arrow, which threatens his Conk, it threatens his Hydreigon, it threatens his Gligar, but he wants to save this, so I go for Crunch. It does 29. I know Ice Fang kills, he stays in, Ice Fang kills this. So we're 10 turns into the battle. I have 2 crits, a special defense drop that mattered, a crit that significantly mattered. The U-turn crit allowed me to put his Rotom Wash in range of almost a lot of hits on my team. So he goes Conk, knowing an Adamant Mach Fist kills. Mach Fist, Mach Punch. I said that in the battle too. I decided to go into Aromatisse. And I click Moonblast right here as he switches in his Rotom Wash, which dies to the Moonblast. So now he sends out his Necrozma, knowing that a Moonblast is a roll with a Calm Mind up. He decides to go for Photon Geyser. Does 48 as I killed this with the Moonblast. He sends in his Conkeldurr right now, and I protect here to see if he has Gunk Shot, or not Gunk Shot, but Poison Jab. He does not, unless he's trying to bait it. He goes for Ice Punch. I decide to Wish right here. And instead of protecting right here, I decide just to go for the Moonblast, as he shows to be a weakness policy, as we already know from his team that he showed us. I get up to 73. I live this Ice Punch no problem, and I kill this with Moonblast. And he goes Hydreigon, expecting a Scarf variant. I go for a protect just to see what he wants to lock himself into. So in my mind right here, he locks himself into Fire Blast, Incineroar, or Infernape wins this battle now. He misses the Fire Blast, which would have killed, and I kill it with Moonblast. Yeah. So that battle wasn't good. It was a 6-0. Looks way more lopsided against Nose than it should have. Barring those crits, the battle is completely different. The first one wasn't. It put in the Rotom in range of the Moonblast. But based on the damage, I would have been able to figure out that he wasn't a defensive set, just on normal U-turn damage. So that one, okay, it happened. I wouldn't have been too mad at it as a battler if that would have happened to me. The Iron Head crit, now that would have killed my my Jirachi. I would have had to send in my, or based on the roll, it could have been in range of a Vacuum Wave from my Infernape. If I don't get it, Infernape dies. But based on the roll, I would have also had to go into my Incineroar, which was Assault Vest with max HP, knowing I could take a hit. So depending on the roll would depend on which mon I would have to let take a hit. The special defense or special attack drop would have killed my arrow. It would have been a problem as like say none of the crits happened. Say Jirachi doesn't crit and it dies. And then my Incineroar comes in, takes 60 takes 60 to a Moonblast or the Bug Buzz, but then kills it. And then the same scenario happens where I switch in my arrow on his +1. He would be sitting at around 30%. Infernape doesn't kill. Incineroar died to a Power Gem. So it'd come down to Aromatisse, just like he probably would have won the battle right there, to be honest. So that was very, very important. But he was okay with it. I mean, obviously he's not happy with it. No one's happy about getting 6-0'd because of hacks. But it's Pokemon. This could happen to someone benefiting me this time. Then I could go in the next battle and just get hacked out. It's just the stupid game we play. Thanks for watching. Next week we do face Hyper. Hyper has an interesting draft of 11 Blue Mons and a Kartana. But those 11 Blue Mons are pretty good. So that should be an interesting battle. We are now 3-1, plus 12 differential. Is really good. Puts us in a comfortable position for a good part of the season, and hope to continue it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.